Hello, everybody, and welcome
Hi.
to the sixth, and welcome to Hi with Mike and Tony.
Hi.
And this is the Degenerates Podcast, episode 26.
Whoa.
And it's you know what that means. You know what half of 52 is? It's 26. We've been doing this for 6 months now.
Whoa.
Does it feel like 6 months, Mike?
No. Feels more like, I don't know, like 80 years.
Really?
Yeah. Feels like I've been doing this forever.
Oh, it feels a lot shorter than that to me.
I'm probably misrepresenting it.
Maybe it's because you've been doing school and stuff. So,
Maybe.
Something that I wanted to talk about. Near the beginning of this podcast, there was quite a few episodes where we were talking about, like bettering ourselves. Mm-hmm. And I want to talk about what have we done to better ourselves in the last 6 months, I guess. Have we kept to the things that we said we were going to do in the first few episodes?
The fuck did we say we were gonna do?
Well, fuck. I said that I was gonna quit smoking. I said that I had like this 30-part plan. And I've done 2 of the steps. I've done the first 2 of the 30 things
Wow.
to get better. And the first thing was quitting doing like all the drugs. And the second thing is waking up early in the morning. And those are the 2 things that I've been able to do.
I mean, hey, progress is progress.
I think the next thing is like starting to meditate.
Meditate. Dude, did I tell you, like, when I meditated, like, I got, like, these fucking weird visions?
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, that was fucking weird, dude.
And I think you just said I remember you. How is your vaping? How is your nicotine intake?
Oh, it got worse. It got worse.
It got worse.
Yeah, I'm instead of vaping like shitty like 3 milligrams, I'm now vaping like fucking 35 milligrams of Salt Nick.
What the fuck?
I need not the good. Nicotine. I need it.
I think cause I did like quit like around episode 5, cause episode 4 was our live episode, and then episode 5, cause it was after a vacation, but I kept cheating. I did have some cheating, so I think.
Cheater.
Yeah. I think that I've actually in the last month, just gotten over the 3rd month of nicotine. I think I'm still like I'm at the end of the 3rd month because suddenly my cravings got really bad. Because it takes 3 months for all of the chemicals to leave your body from cigarettes. So it's So I've been having really bad cravings now, and also I got really depressed for like 2 weeks. These last 2 weeks, but yesterday I felt real good, and today I feel real good. But then also it feels like I'm coughing up stuff, and so I think it's finally getting rid of shit, and my lungs are cleaning out. And also, like, my mouth kind of tastes a little like cigarettes.
Ew, really?
So, yeah.
Weird. This is, like, still in your fucking lungs and you're just coughing it up?
Well, yeah, because, so far as I know, your lungs can't really start to clean them. There's something that's preventing your lungs from cleaning themselves, some of those chemicals, until they're completely gone.
Shit. That's fucked. Anyways, yeah, I've just been continuing to read books. I have 7 I have 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and I'm gonna read that. And so that's it's kind of like a self-help book, but it's like super easy to understand. Pretty much anybody could read it. It's a really short book. Just fucking read it. Learn from it. That's what my fucking behavioral neuroscience teacher, she read that book, and she says it really helped her out. And she was like, oh shit. And now she's fucking 4 degrees. She teaches fucking university, dude. 4 degrees.
I should read How to Make Friends and Influence People.
Why? What does that book have?
Well, it's the most famous self-help book, I think, ever written. It was written in like the 20s, somewhere between the 20s and the 40s. And it's still a self-help book that people read today. And so it must be pretty good. How to make friends and influence people.
And influence people. That seems really weird. I don't like the way he worded that.
Well, it was the 20s. It was a different time. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's like the first part's innocent enough.
Yeah.
How to make friends. Let's just all get along, dude.
Well, they're like YouTubers and shit influencers. We are influencers, I guess, by doing this. We could, on like 5 people.
We influence each other.
5 people, we are influencers.
Okay.
Did you see that message that we have? Oh shit! I forgot to mention at the beginning. 1 more week, for the art contest. And we have one person who says they're making something.
Whoa.
So they might win if nobody else makes anything. But I'm pretty sure that we do have like 5 people who listen, because every time that I upload a new episode, it automatically gets like 4 or 5 downloads now. So those must be people who are subscribed to an RSS feed or something, like on iTunes or. We've got a lot of downloads on Spotify now. So Spotify must have shown our podcast to people.
Oh yeah, dude. On the up, dude. Oh yeah. But yeah. Also my fucking. I guess if we're going back to like the topic, which is how we self-improved ourselves. I learned how to fucking write fucking lab reports after 3 fucking months.
Oh.
Like everything just clicked all in one moment, and I was like, "Oh shit, I have this due," and so I just fixed everything.
Yeah.
Or I'm in the process of fixing everything.
I remember having to write lab reports in high school.
Yeah. These ones follow a different style though. Because in high school it was probably like MLA, which is like the shitty journalist version.
Yeah.
Kinda, I think. But then I do like APA, which is like actual fucking science.
I'm in science class we do APA, and same with I remember it was APA in the psychology classes. It was APA.
Okay, well then yeah, you probably know some shit about APA. Yeah, APA is fucked. It's so fucking methodical. Literally everything has to be right, or else you fucking get docked marks.
Yeah.
Like fucking your fucking running head was not capitalized. Oh, lost marks. Oh, you have a page number on your title page. Oh, nope, can't do that.
Yeah.
It's just it's like so much shit.
Yeah. Something I was literally just reading about self-help. It was Benjamin Franklin. I was reading about his daily routine right before I called you. And I read an article and it was like, whoa, Benjamin Franklin's routine was so crazy. Like, it's really demanding. I don't know how anybody could do it, but I looked at it. It's like, oh, wake up, clean yourself, have breakfast, work, read a book, work, go to sleep. And I was like, oh, that's not that crazy.
No, it's not. It's pretty fucking normal.
Yeah. But
it's like for the time period, like wake up, clean yourself, eat some food, do some work. Like, yeah, what else are you gonna do? Read a book. Yeah, what else are you gonna do? And go to sleep. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but
didn't he have like a really healthy meal like in the morning? Like, he had like fucking good yogurt, oats, and like fruit.
Yeah, I didn't read about that, but
okay.
He did say that it was hard to follow every day because of people who weren't him. Basically, he still had to be social, and that wasn't part of the schedule. Was being social.
That wasn't part of the schedule.
So that's he said that was something that was kind of hard for keeping up with his routine, but he said that
read an entire fucking book.
He said that once he started doing this routine, he started figuring out that he had a lot more flaws than he thought he had. And that's something that I think a lot of people will find when they start actually trying to better themselves. That's something that I've found, is that, like, whoa. Yeah. Like, every day I find something new that's wrong about me.
Exactly, yeah. And I think that's a good thing, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, if it's wrong and you just don't know about it, that doesn't mean that it's gone. It just means that you're not aware of it.
Mm.
So once you bring that into consciousness, it's like, oh shit, this is fucking stupid. Now I can fix it. And now, like, I literally just realized I was doing something fucking retarded this entire time. I was, like, saving fucking sources in, like, my actual lab report and not in, like, an external document where I can just copy and paste it at the end. Instead I have to scroll all the way down and fucking paste it there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it was just really stupid. It was like, oh shit. It was like boomer moment. My brain.
Yeah. One reason that self-help and this podcast kind of are something that I think about together when I'm thinking about them is because this podcast is something that I kind of started doing just sort of kind of a part of self-help to get me to do something other than just working at my job and doing work for myself and teaching myself to try and work for myself and not work just for someone else, and try to help like get my work ethic and stuff up, and hopefully that'll translate to better life stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it will. I think it might have already have contributed.
Hopefully.
But yeah, just fucking doing shit is probably better than doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no matter what. Almost.
Well, it's not that I was doing nothing, it's just that I wasn't recording it and putting it online. It's that I'd still play a video game, but now I can live stream a video game. Except I can't do that right now.
Yeah,
But I'll go back to live streaming video games in a month, everybody. Some people actually watch that and would, like, comment on it while I was streaming.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, that's how I like to justify playing video games to myself, that I can only really play them if I stream it.
You can only play them with a what?
When I stream.
Oh. Yeah,
because, like, my mind doesn't work otherwise.
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah,
you can't do it.
The only thing about that is I like the Switch, but I can't stream from the Switch unless I get like the external thing.
Elgato or some shit.
Yeah, and the Switch.
Yeah. Or you could record your TV with a Switch.
Yeah. I don't have anything to record my. I'd still have to buy something else.
Yeah.
And I haven't even played the Switch on the TV in a long time. It's always handheld mode. I always play it handheld.
Dude, dude, when I had my Switch, wait, is that...
Yeah, it's your old Switch. It's your old Switch that I have.
Yeah, my old Switch. Yeah, when I had that Switch, I was like literally all the time playing Breath of the Wild with like my arms not even up or anything. I was just having them like down. Like I didn't even do anything. Like I was like literally just sitting in a chair and just playing fucking Breath of the Wild without needing fucking this, because it's so awesome, dude. It's just like I can have my hands all the way down and it's like, oh yeah, dude, I just play video games like this.
Something that I'm excited for is I ordered a PlayStation VR, and that's something that I'm planning. Yeah, let's talk about the future now. We're 15 minutes in. We've talked about the past. Let's talk about the future. When I move back to Listowel, I'll have a lot more of fucking... I'll be able to live stream because the Wi-Fi will be good. And I'm gonna live stream fucking Skyrim VR probably. I really want to play that. Fucking Skyrim in VR. Sign me up. It's like real life, but it's Skyrim.
Dude, I can't wait until mods get integrated with that shit. Could you fucking imagine?
If you get the PC version, awesome. Then yeah, you can get mods. Yeah, they have VR on PC for Skyrim now. And the first video that I saw about Skyrim was a review of the PC version, and it said if you're playing it on the PC, then download all these mods because they make it better, because Skyrim virtual reality doesn't come with 3D sound, so you have to patch a mod in that gives you a 3D sound, and then it's even more virtual reality, and then patch this mod in so that everything isn't bright all the time, and you gotta carry a torch around at night, and it's even more realistic. And
yeah, I wonder if that should work for like Thomas.
Oh yeah, you'd be able to put the Thomas the Tank Engine stuff in.
Oh, fuck yeah. But yeah, also, so like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, eventually, like, I know a lot of people are working on, like, tactile senses and trying to implement that into VR. Somehow. I don't fucking know how they want to do it, but they're trying to figure that out. Also, I just found out 10 fucking years ago, people were using, neurons people were already integrating fucking neurons with computers. Like, they grew fucking neurons on a computer chip, like in like for like the gold and shit like that would send the electrical signals. Instead of that, it was neurons. And these fucking computer chips made of neurons could fucking pilot a goddamn virtual, what the fuck is it called? Airplane. Like, not like a simulator. It could fucking learn how to pilot a fucking airplane.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. The neurons.
Yeah, that was fucking 10 years ago, dude. It's so long ago.
Yeah, that should have been like front page news.
Jesus Christ.
Instead, what was the front page news like 10 years ago? Oh, Obama won the election. Ooh.
Obama. Bro-Obama.
Bro-Obama.
But yeah, like, there's so much, like, really fucking cool science shit is happening, and I had no fucking idea. Now we're getting into, like, cognitive computing. It's like, no. Use fucking neurons in place of code, dude. That's, like, it's literally possible. It's
Yeah, I think a lot of there's a lot of stuff that goes on in science that we never hear about because science isn't generally what dominates the news. It's more politics and entertainment. Those are the two top things.
Exactly. That's what's happening. Yeah.
It's because people are more interested in those things generally. And there's a lot more happening. Things are happening more quickly in those realms than they are in science. So it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier for people to follow.
Yeah, and also like, I guess it's kind of hard to be like, dude, look at what this fucking like these fucking neurons that we. It's like hard to explain and shit, because it doesn't follow like the typical like interview thing. On because like they gotta like rapid fire fucking questions, but instead science can't do that because science is all about fucking like actual like, methodology. Like I get like there's some cases where you can, but that's more like statistics and shit. Yeah. What about chemistry? What do you think's gonna happen in the field of chemistry?
I think there's a lot that we need to find out still with chemistry. We understand a lot. We understand, like with like animal chemistry, we understand what chemicals will do what things when you put them into a person or an animal, and we understand like what receptors chemicals will work with. But then there's still like we don't really understand a lot of the more technical stuff, I think. Like exactly how these chemicals, like what they are actually doing, that changes our perception of shit by certain chemicals, and how they actually work. And I think
Are you talking about psychedelics?
Psychedelics are. They're one of the things that they are the thing that I was reading about that sort of got me to see that like they can say, oh, the LSD goes into your serotonin receptors and then it stays there for 8 hours until it dissolves because it gets trapped in there. And then you're done your trip. After it dissolves, and then it's gone. And then that's why LSD it's one of the quickest drugs to leave your system, I guess. But I think but I was never able to find anything that actually said like what was going on exactly and how it would work. And I feel like it's and then if you look at like any other sort of chemical, because like everything's chemical, we don't really understand like how these things actually make feelings and stuff happen. We just know that they do. We know that they do.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that they like bind to receptors on the other side and shit. So that probably has something to do with it. And then they get like reuptaken by the thing. So it's like so it's probably so like neuron fires, right? Neuron fires, the synaptic cleft gets filled with a bunch of neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters fit to the receptors on the postsynaptic neuron. And then these probably change the action potential in some way. Like how the neuron fires just differently. Or like it means something different with these I fucking forget what they're called. With these neurotransmitters, it probably changes how the actual signal is sent. Then it gets reuptaken. And then the vesicles make more. Because some of them die. Because some of them fucking just disappear and go away. Because it gets destroyed or some shit.
Yeah.
But I guess that doesn't really answer your question.
Like I guess the question in like a simpler term would be like,
going
how exactly do we feel happiness or sadness, or why? Like, how does that end up happening? And like we know how we know what is happening, but we don't really understand how or why. Well, I think we know why. It's like evolution and stuff, but I guess it's just the how. How do we feel the sadness or the happiness?
Yeah, the exact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the exact how.
And that's something that I'm interested in finding out.
Wait, you can just keep. But if they say how this happens, then can't you just ask?
That's why it's the most interesting rabbit hole to go down.
Oh no. Yeah, I think once we actually like build computers and brains, we'll like figure that shit out. Like we'll have
but we got 5 minutes left. Let's talk about the future of the podcast.
Okay. So, future of the podcast. We're just gonna keep doing this.
Yeah. Well, I guess not just the future of the podcast, the future of everything that we're doing on the internet, I guess. You're not planning on doing anything else?
No, I might want to do like a few videos talking about shit that I fucking learned, because this shit's really cool. I came up with an idea for me to like kind of like go through and explain. It's like reading Jung is like looking at yourself in the mirror while you're on psychedelics, and except wait, what did I write here? Reading Jung is like looking at yourself in a mirror while you're high on psychedelics, but flipped, as the conscious mind is invading the unconscious, not the other way around. Yeah. So it's really fucking weird. And it feels like I had fucking like an existential crisis like 2 days ago, and it was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, and those darn existential crises. I hate it when those happen. I haven't.
Yeah, darn.
I haven't had an existential crisis in like probably a year or two. I think that's something you grow out of as you get older. Or no, but then you grow back into it once you get to middle age.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh fuck, I'm so old. I need to be a kid again.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like the thing that I learned was like basically he made an argument for an a priori what the fuck is it called? Origin of all knowledge, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? It's like, what the fuck? That's like goes against literally everything we fucking thought we knew. And it's like, he just, like, cites his own work, and it's like, here you go, here's his own work. Other book. Read this, faggot. Yeah. Well, okay, everything he actually writes is supported with evidence. In one way or another. So then he'll cite his own work, because that work is actually, like... He's built this entire fucking theory about why everything is right. Everything that he's written down is right. Because he's looked at all this shit. And I think, like, not everything he says is pure fucking gold and right all the time. Because he's a product of his time. But there's a lot of things that's fucking weird. A lot of things.
Okay. So, we have an art contest that's going on. You've got to draw... Huh?
Right, yeah. No, just facilitate.
Oh, I thought you said wait.
Speaking. Continue to speak, please.
So, we have the art contest, and the rules are you have to draw the logo for the podcast, and then it'll become the background for episodes 30 to 40 of this podcast. And you'll get $100. And don't forget to send the art to tlaymanaids@gmail.com, or else it won't be in the contest. If you don't send it, it won't be in the contest. Don't forget to send it.
Yeah.
No, I said it in the description. In the description, I put that in there, but I didn't say it in the podcast.
I mean, if they really wanted to submit it, they could find it. But yeah. Cool, dude. Send us your art. Please make sure to draw the Prophet Muhammad giving a blowjob to Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, last time you said you wanted to see Prophet Muhammad with a vagina.
Yeah, but now I think they'd like maybe draw him with a vagina blowing Sylvester.
And Muhammad
Stallone.
can look like however you want him to, because he's not even real. So just just draw him however you want him to look.
Yeah, just draw a dude with a vagina blowing Sylvester Stallone, and that's all you need to do.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Okay. See ya.